the problem with free education. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I'm not going to get political or philosophical with you on this question, but it's an idea that can affect you and your business and how you view raising prices and things of that sort. And it came to me from reading the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And in it, he actually has a section in there. So this book goes back to 1937 is when it was first published. And I'm reading the original version of it. And he discusses in there that there's a reason why college education is so valued on many levels. And back then, even more so than it is now, right? And he said that the what he can really pin it down to is that all the education up to a certain point is publicly funded, it's free. And there's something about people that if something is free, they are not going to value it as much. So having a high school education is not all that valuable. For one thing, it's very common. Most people have a high school education or an equivalent to it. But also, it's just not seen as highly recognized as a college education. And the more expensive college gets, the more valuable it is seen in many cases. It's kind of strange where we are at in the United States right now, because right now you kind of have a lesser view of college education, while at the same time they're getting charged more and more. So it doesn't fit the dichotomy exactly. But if you look over time, spread out over time, going back to 1937 and beyond, that when you've got free education, free is not valued as much as something that's worth more. Now, the easier it is to get that thing, even if it's worth more, if it's easy to get, that's also an issue. And it reduces the value of what it is. So a lot of people have said, hey, why don't we just forgive all the college debt, right? You can forgive all the college debt. What if we just made it to where the federal government pays for college? Like everyone gets a 4-year degree. Why not? It's just everybody gets a 4-year degree. And if you do that, you would highly, highly, highly discount the value that college brings. Everyone who is getting more, you're seeing the same situation happening in inflation. If more people have more money, it doesn't mean that they have more money. They have more paper of less value. And so if you take something of value and you spread it out all over and make it common, it becomes less valuable. There's psychology here, but it's also kind of the laws of marketplace. So if you have any form of marketplace, free marketplace whatsoever involved at all, this is going to occur. There's no way to create full equalization across the board, because value is perceived in the fact that it is unequal. Something is valuable when it's less common. And so as soon as you make something fully common, it's less valuable. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to think about, but let me pull it back to your business. In terms of your business, if you have a lot of something and you are giving it away, people are going to value it less than something that you have a little bit of that you're charging more for, right? It's the same. It could be the same item. If I took my book, and all these things it doesn't mean you shouldn't give things away. It doesn't mean you shouldn't offer things for free, but you have to keep in mind what comes along with that. So for example, I give away my book every night here when we talk. I give away my book in digital format, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You can get a free copy, like I say every night. You can get a free copy at amazonproofbook.com. You can download a free copy. Now, just because I say that, many of you will never do it. Because it's free, because it's easy, because you get it right on your phone. It's the simplest, easiest thing in the world. You are automatically going to value it less than if I took this same book same contents, everything else. And I said, I only have 100 copies of this book. And once they are out there, they're gone. I have no digital copies. I have only physical copies. This is secret information. I don't want everyone using this information because then it will make it less valuable. And so what if I say I'm only putting out 100 copies, and I'm going to see what happens and see how people react to it. And because of that, I have to offer a higher price on it. So it's a $200 book. There are people that do this. Do you understand? There are people that do it. Now you are going to have to spend more time being specific about the value that book provides. But I've bought $200 books before. I know that it can be done. If the information in there can make you thousands of dollars, what's $200, right? Especially when you're talking about that. I mean, money is a real easy thing to be able to see. If it actually is valuable, you can see that available. When people have things like guarantees and other things involved, money back guarantees, that can both add to that ability, but it can also take away from the value. Because if you're offering money back, all of a sudden it's like, well, that automatically gives you the idea that there are people that are going to buy it that aren't going to like it. And so it decreases value at the same time. But that's another issue. Understand that the price that you put on everything and the amount of supply that you offer of anything creates the concept of value in somebody's mind. So you just have to think about these things when you start going in the pricing game. There's a lot of great books out there. I talk about price strategy quite a lot here. So go back and watch or listen to other episodes where we talk about pricing. But it's really interesting stuff. It all comes down to psychology, and it's not anything I don't think you can get around. I think it's built into the human psyche. So hopefully that's helpful to you. That's all I have for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.